What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Dirty Folks, and I'm just trying to get into the mode of streaming every day. Even though today I really didn't have a topic, and although I normally believe that if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all, or anything important to say, don't say anything at all. I do want to get in the habit of this. So I saw a post today on social media on Facebook. So you know it's gonna be some drama. You know it's gonna be a bunch of people that don't agree with anything because it's Facebook. Um, but this went across gender lines, right? So here's my thing with this. I'll share the post with you, and I'm gonna take it in a direction that you wouldn't think that I would take it in. So the post is basically the difference between guys talking to black women versus guys talking to uh, other ethnicity besides black. So it goes, "Hi, my name's Jess. What's your name?" And the black chick's like, "Why?" I don't know why they use Nicki Minaj photo because she almost look white, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute too. And then it says same thing. "Hi, my name's Jess. What's your name?" Like, "Hi, I'm Megan. Nice to meet you." Now, here's the thing. The reason that I think that it's apropos, even though it's kind of strange that they used Nicki Minaj, considering she's light, bright, damn near white, is because it's not about color. It's about culture. Everything's about culture. They have you defined based on crayons, but nobody else cares about crayons. When they start talking about black versus white or black and brown coalitions and all that goofy stuff that's simply based on a color. You have to understand that that's only a juxtaposition of black because white people aren't white when they by themselves. When it's all white people, then all of a sudden uh, they're Italian or British or French or German or whatever the case may be. They get really tribal. They only unite behind a crayon when it comes to blacks. Even when you talk about the Browns, I don't even understand black and brown coalition because you have nothing in common with the Browns. You don't speak Spanish. Um, you didn't come from any of the indigenous tribes that Spain killed. You know what I'm saying? The Incas, the Mayans, the Aztecs. None of them. Totally different tribes, totally different languages, totally different backgrounds, totally different modes of culture. But they just stick y'all together because of color. It's crazy. Browns don't even get along. Call a Mexican or Puerto Rican to see if Browns get along. Try it. Try it. See a Puerto Rican be like, "You look Mexican." They ain't cut your ass out. So Browns don't even believe in that. Everybody's tribal except for colors. And that's because colors listen to toddlers. But it's important to understand that it's about culture. Even if this was a white girl. If a white girl was doing this, what would they say? She's acting black. So culture is a definitive part of this. Now, the thing that got me on this was I started looking at the comments, and all the guys is like, "Yo, that's accurate, whatever." But girls like, "Why you asking? That's not the approach. So stop trying to always make sisters look like less." What's not the approach? "Hey, how you doing?" That's not the approach to say hello. We can go through all the comments. Every comment from women is always some uh, "What you want to know my name for?" Um, I'm looking for women comments because or this one that says, "Just say you rather have white women." None of that has anything to do with you speaking to somebody and they speaking back. Okay, let me tell you how retarded that is. As a man, you can go anywhere and anybody speaks to you, you'll speak back. The alcoholic in front of the liquor store could be like, "What's up?" If he's not begging for change, if he's just saying "What's up," say "What's up." He hold the door open for you, you say thanks. It's nothing wrong with common courtesy and consideration. If you go down south they so friendly that you'll get scared. They're just walking down the street, people just, "Hey, how you doing?" Whoa, hey, how you? Like, there's nothing wrong with greeting people. That doesn't mean you have to have sex with everybody that says hi to you. Hi. Hey, I'm Megan. Nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I thought you were attractive. Thank you. And move around. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you can, I got a man. I'm not interested. But you can still speak. Stick and move. Speak and move. You know what I'm saying? If you I mean, it's just it's the nature of life, man. People speak to everybody. There's something about black girls and they have an entitlement issue that's so bananas that they think everybody want to sleep with them. Everybody trying to connive them. Everybody, not that important, man. They don't even offer good conversation. They just sex. Think your vagina. I can tell you, if I put 100 women in a line, 100 out of 100 will have a vagina. 100 out of 100. But every black chick thinks that hers is just that honey pot that's better than everybody else, and everybody just trying to attack her for that. That's what happens when that's what your value. That's all you have to offer. That's only. I'm telling you, that's only happens when that's all you have to offer. If my dad says something all the time, he's been saying this. I've heard him say this for 30 years. He'll say, "I have the best friends my limited money can buy." My dad believes that wholeheartedly, that he has the best friends that his limited money can buy. And my dad doesn't have any friends. He has leeches, holders on, nobody he can get a favor from, which means that money is all he has to offer. He doesn't have conversation to offer. He doesn't have um, personal interactions to offer. Because for him to say that, that's a reflection on what it is that he has to offer. And I love my dad, and I'm not throwing him under the bus, but it is what it is because you don't feel that way. I have everybody have money, but people still have friends. You know what I'm saying? One of my best well-to-do friends, he'll tell you in a minute, man. Blood make you what do you say? Blood make you related, but love make you family. You know what I'm saying? And we move and maneuver in the auspice of love. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't even an issue. Whoever bought a bottle, that's who bought the bottle. If you ain't got it today, man, don't even worry about it next time. Like, you don't worry about it. They don't worry about the best friends limited money could buy. It's about the best experiences you can have with each other. So, when a person acts like the only thing that people want them for is sex, that's because sex is all they offer. Let me see what this thing's talking about. Like I say, I'm talking about check my my resolution. If the resolution not good, guys, I'm sorry. Um. Anyway, so that brings me to uh, like I say, man. A lot of times I do these posts because the little homie asked me to do these posts, and you know what I'm saying. This is guidance. If my third party message to one person affects many, then God bless. So let's let's go to Cherie. I'm so sick of posts like this. It honestly depends on the person. If somebody talks to me, I'm gonna reply. If I'm not interested, I'm gonna let them know. Let me tell you something. Culturally speaking, African American, because we can't go off color. We're not talking about black, because Africans are black as shit, but they can still say hello. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mexicans, not the ones they show you on TV, but real Mexicans, black as shit. They still say hello. Most Arabs who own the liquor stores in the ghetto are dark. They can still say hello. The Abus of the world, they dark. It's not about color. It's about culture. Culturally speaking, culturally speaking, African American women are warlike. They are warlike. As a matter of fact, now that I said that phrase, I just triggered myself. There was a there was there was a differential between um, black women and white women that I heard Patrice O'Neal say one time. It was hilarious. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. It relates to what I'm saying, but it only relates because I want you guys to understand how long ago this was. 20 to what, 2000, 18 years ago. 18 years ago. And I didn't know who Patrice O'Neal was then. Um, but when I found out who he was, um, he was already dead. I didn't find out until later on in life. But um, this was 15 years ago, and I'm gonna share with you guys
Things that are
um,
harder than
because I think it's a synopsis of where I want to go with this next. So let's see if I can do this right. All right, guys, let's listen to Patrice explain it probably better than I can.
You catch what you know how to hunt. I know how to hunt black women, man. It's a skill to hunt an aggressive creature, man. You can catch a white bitch with some fruits and nuts in your hand. Black bitch, you gotta come with a stick at the bus stop. You couldn't straighten your motherfucking wig this morning, bitch? What, you fat motherfucker? You heard me? What? Listen, I'm sorry. I was just a little nervous about... You're so beautiful, I didn't really know what to say and what to do. Well, you didn't have to come at me like that. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. Can we start all over, please?
Yo, did you see the difference in interaction right there? The difference of coming to somebody and saying hi, and they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" And him approaching black girls like, "Yo, you can't straighten your wig." Like he couldn't even say, "Hey, my name is Patrice. How are you?" Because then he would have been seen as some type of Rudy poop. You know what I'm saying? And um, nobody wants to be seen as a Rudy poop. He wouldn't have scored. Um, and so I was reading that post. I'll put it back on the screen. So I was reading that post, and it occurred to me in like a micro moment that I don't want to date oppression. I don't want to have babies with empowerment. I don't want to marry victimhood. If I'm going to be a great man, then I can go without all that. I could just hang out with other men and get what I got to get done and, call girls through when it's time for tacos and tequila. You know what I'm saying? And then sponsor a blunt or something like, "Shorty, I don't even smoke. You can smoke this." You know what I'm saying? Sip your little $8 barefoot wine. And then we can smash and go about your day. I don't need you to be an integral part of my life in order to do that. I've had this conversation with many black women in my life. And the conversation will be, I don't know why girls ask me this, but the conversation always go the same way. I've had this conversation about 7 times. It is never not going this way with black girls. They'll be like, "How much money do you need to be happy?" And I would say enough money to bond out of any situation. And they'll immediately be like, oh no, you never need that much money. You? Oh, never. You. And I would sit back and think like, this bitch don't want to see me free. She don't want me to be free. She don't want to be emancipated. If the thought that me being able to bond out of any situation is offensive to you, without realizing if people know you can bond out of any situation, you're not gonna get in that many situations. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people you gotta fight to get to the king? How many puppies you gotta get killed to get to the big dog? Like when you prepare for war, you can finance the war. You don't really go to war. You know what I'm saying? The United States invades other countries. Nobody invades the United States because we're ready for war. Long enough bread, enough farms for food. We don't have to import food. Enough military to kill the world 30 times over. Ain't nobody running up. You know what I'm saying? The ability to have enough resources to be free is something that black women are like, I ain't with that. But I'll talk to Puerto Rican and white girls and the conversation will come up and I'm like, man, enough money to bond out in this situation. And then we'll have a whole conversation about it. They'll be like, how much is that? I'm like, man, I don't need much to be alright. I don't really spend like that. Like, yo, probably like 3 million. Cause you figure it costs 1 million to fight a murder. You know what I'm saying? So if you got 1 million to fight a murder, then a couple, you know what I'm saying? Enough money to so you don't run out of legal fee money. You know what I'm saying? $2-3 million war chest, and then I live like a dude that makes 60,000 a year, but because I don't need much. You know what I'm saying? Just enough to stay free. It's like, that's cool. So we'll start talking about plans and how to make the moves to get the guap and all type of shit. Every time I talk to a black girl, oh no, you don't never need enough money to bond out of any situation. So they want to see you oppressed. They don't want to see you happy. They are raised to be difficult, manly, and overall just unpleasant. Y'all don't seen black girls with customer service. Y'all know it's not a fake. This not a I just don't like black men thing. This is a I hate myself thing. I hate myself. I hate my job. I hate my man. I hate my kids. To the point that when you see somebody smile, you're like, damn, she looks beautiful. She might not even be beautiful. She just smiling. You ain't seen it in a while. So I saw this post and I said to myself, I said, self, I'm not gonna date. I'm not gonna date oppressed. You know what I'm saying? If you feel oppressed, if you think fucking and feeding your man is oppression, cool, cool. I'm not going to have a baby with empowerment. If you think it's your body, your choice, you can get an abortion. If you have a baby, it's your baby. You can move out of state with the baby. And a dude can be a daddy under your terms, or you'll leave that nigga while you pregnant and find a new nigga that's gonna play stepdaddy and sign a birth certificate like a fool for another man's seed. You just gonna do what the fuck you want to do. You want to be empowered. That's not the soil that I want to put my seed. If I'm sure not marrying victimhood, everything your fault, every conversation is about what I want and what you need to make my life better. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. And it all comes down to culture. That's all it comes down to is culture. Matriarchy is slavery and it's a matriarchal culture. What people see as black women as total or acting black, it's nothing that the Karens don't do, but every white woman out of Karen, every black girl is a Keisha. Like 95% of them is a Keisha. Like 30% of white girls is Karen. So, you know what I'm saying, they have different variety because they don't plug the entire culture inside of a color and call it white. They have subsects. One of the things that because they can get into a whole tribe of conversation, and I'm gonna keep this shorter than what I'm already keeping it. But one of the things that we talk about is the ability to um, create your own culture. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have done that. The Muslims have done that. Moors have done that. I don't particularly care for either one of those cultures personally, but I'm not knocking a person that does it because most people that judge that join those are doing it because they know something not right and they're just looking for some type of semblance of peace. Um, but you know, Earth and the tribe, we're our own culture, so you can always find somebody who will be part of your culture, and that's why this is called date interculturally, not interracially, interculturally. Establish your culture, be true to your culture, and you'll be able to um, date within your culture. Black is not a culture. It's not. Um, just to give a synopsis. So, and I do suggest that every guy takes the Marry Your Secretary course. But the first course of Marry Your Secretary is, besides definition of a toddler, we have Marry Your Secretary, right? And one of those things is to establish your values. Let me see if I can make this bigger for the people who can't see it. There we go. Is to establish your values, understand what your what sentimental value is, and I'm gonna talk about that real quick. And love is enough. 5 qualities to look for, and then secretary duties. Here's the thing. There's a huge argument on that too, if men are the prize or women are the prize. But I'll tell you this: when men look for women, they look for sex. When women look for men, they look for existence. So if you want a man to pay your bills, fix your car, kill the insects, raise your kids, because it's never his kids in America, then he's surprised. Because he has to do everything, and all you doing is laying on your back. And complaining to talking about something. I feel like I'm raising another child. Because you have to feed a nigga? Wash your clothes? You was going to do that anyway if you was single. Or if you was a single mom. Like, there's no increase in the duties of your life being with a man. But it's a lot more responsibilities for him being with you. So, establish a value from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Sentimental value is just what it is. And there's a lot of guys out here who just love women. Women is an abstract thing, like women. This, of course, might not be for you, my dude. Um, Love isn't enough. 5 qualities to look for. That is what it is. And secretary duties. Secretary duties comes down to this. Women's joy is to service others. They complain about it, but they like that shit. They need to feel needed. Men need to feel needed too, but that's not how girls operate. Girls operate off wants. Men operate off needs. So girls need to feel needed, but they want other shit. They want a man, and they want a lot of different criteria from a man. But they need to feel needed. Men have needs. So you need to let her know your needs and be like, yo, this is what it is that I'm looking for out of who I'm with. Can you handle that? Like I crack jokes all the time when I do other people's podcasts. Like shit, nigga, I need a girl that could do Microsoft Excel. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about. Do Microsoft Excel, and you know, girls like that's cool, ha. But the truth of the matter is that if you let her try to find her own happiness, she'll never find it because women don't have internal happiness. Men can sit still and not do nothing and be at peace. All women's happiness is external. It's about outside validation. That's why they always posting pictures for likes. It's about outside stimulation. That's why I always want to go to a new restaurant. Always want to go to the movies. Always want to take vacations and staycations and solo vacations. Chicks will travel the world by themselves. They swear to God they're the least protected, but they will go on foreign lands by themselves and walk down foreign streets with no security, no backup, no protection, no oversight at all, and take pictures like, hey, I'm in Dubai by myself. Nigga, ain't no one fucking way. Nigga, I'm a grown ass man. I ain't going to Dubai by myself. If they book me for a concert in Dubai, we going 4-5 deep. I'm a man. I ain't going by myself. But chicks just do the most. Like da 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 da. So all of her um, stimulation is external. You're external to her, so you need to stimulate her with tasks and duties so she feels substantiated, like her employer does. That's why she stays at her gig and feels fulfilled doing the tasks and duties for her employer. Um, but all that to say, um, that comes back to culture. So when you have a culture that even in the beginning that you can't even say hello without warlike responses, maybe that's the wrong culture. No reason to get no passports and try to date women that other men had to train. Train your toddler. Anyway, I'm out of here. The description for the link for the Marry Your Secretary course is in the description. Man, if y'all like this, please leave a like and subscribe. I promise next time I do a pod, I'm actually be talking about something, a trending topic. Just nothing happened today. There was like no big news today. Um, love each other.